Hi, I'm Stephen Goldman. Welcome to the first of the Pinstripe Bible podcasts. Today we're coming to you from the Chrysler Building high above Midtown Manhattan. Normally the purpose of these periodic video podcasts is going to be to talk about the baseball issues of the day, but what I'd like to talk about this time is the collaborators who are joining me from now on the Pinstripe Bible. I've been doing this feature since about 1999 under various names. The name Pinstripe Bible came about, picked off a list that I had brainstormed back in about 2000. And at first it seemed kind of random, but over time it seemed to me that it was really appropriate because just as the actual Bible is an extended argument about how to live a moral life, the Pinstripe Bible is an extended argument about how to run a winning baseball team. And I've often thought as time went by, if I could just find some co-religionists who could join me in that, I would be not just a sole voice crying in the woods, but we'd have an actual cult going. And I think we finally reached that point today when I'm being joined by two of the best friends and baseball writers that a fellow could know, Cliff Corcoran and Jaffe. I'll let them run down their curriculum vitae for you. But first, let me ask Jay, you're from Utah, so how did you get to be writing about the Yankees?
Well, it's funny. I actually grew up a Dodger fan, third-generation Dodger fan. My grandfather was born in Brooklyn. I was rooting against the Yankees in the 1978 World Series, my first real baseball memories. But I never had a home baseball team, that I could go to the ballpark and enjoy until I moved to New York City in 1995, and it was only at that point when I kind of got sucked into going to Yankee Stadium right at a good time. When the team started winning again in 1996. 1998 was the first year my friends and I did a ticket group, and really, I guess it's a geographical marriage of convenience.
One of the really important things is to when you write about a team, even on a network like Yes, is to be objective about it. How do you maintain that and still, go to ball games and cheer on the Yankees and that kind of thing?
Well, I think writing for Baseball Prospectus, which I've been doing a column now for 6 years, you get a bit more analytical. You get a bit of distance from the emotions that drive some of what the average fan goes through. And for me, I write about all 30 teams every week in the Baseball Prospectus hit list, which is our power rankings, and that serves to remind you that the Yankees' biggest problems, relative to other teams, sometimes don't amount to a hill of beans.
And your work's appeared on ESPN as well, right?
ESPN and Sports Illustrated, Salon, it's all over the internet.
And we can follow you on Twitter?
Yes, Jay_Jaffe, Jaffe.
Cliff, you started, I believe, in music criticism.
Yeah, well, I had this idea when I was a kid that I wanted to be Mel Allen. I wanted to be the voice of the Yankees. And my high school actually had a radio station. But when I got to the radio station, I was 14 or whatever, and I was really a DJ. I started playing in bands and such like that, and I got kind of diverted into music for a long time. When I got to college, I went from the radio to print, and I started writing music criticism. And then when I got out of school, that's what I did as a freelancer for several years in addition to my day job. And it was actually, I started up a band in the early part of the last decade, and we went on tour, and I started a blog for the tour. And when I got back, I started writing about baseball in that space, and that turned into my first blog. After about a year and a half, Alex Belth asked me to join him on Bronx Banter, and now I'm here.
And your work appears on SI.com as well.
Yeah, right now I'm doing a weekly awards watch column that appears every Monday, and I also write a few extra times, weekly or monthly. I've been writing for them since 2007, and I've also contributed to some, not Baseball Prospectus, the site, but some Baseball Prospectus books.
So are you calling for any Yankees to win any of the major awards right now?
Well, Robinson Cano is obviously in the mix in the American League, and I got Nick Swisher on my extended honorable mention list right now, but he's not really a serious candidate.
And just as I asked Jay, I think we can follow you on Twitter as well.
Yeah, Cliff Corcoran, no space.
And of course you can follow me at PB_Steve at Twitter. That's very subtle, I know. So what does this all mean? Well, we'll have more posts than ever. I'll still be writing as much as I ever did, plus these guys will be joining me on a regular basis to contribute their opinions, and not only will we talk individually, but we'll also talk together, riff off of each other, and hopefully disagree from time to time, because again, I think that you learn from argument. So, and even though we're the best friends, we disagree about a lot of stuff. Both these guys were huge Enrique Wilson fans, for example.
Not exactly.
Just kidding. Just it was Miguel Cairo. So we'll be doing that. The comment registration system that everybody loves so much is gone. So please come back and comment as much as you want, because we really look forward to having a dialogue with you. And finally, we'll also be joined by Stephanie B., who's an aspiring prospect watcher, who will be contributing reports on the doings in the Yankees minor league system. So I hope you'll come back frequently and enjoy this relaunch of the Pinstripe Bible, and that the next 10 years of it will be even more exciting than the previous 10 years have been. Thank you.